You're building something every day. You just don't see the invoice. You respond to the question before it's asked. You notice the tone shift. You adjust mid-sentence. That's not caregiving. That's pattern recognition. That's client intelligence. That's anticipatory systems design. And no one taught you to charge for it. The part-using economy isn't about side hustles. It's about leveraging what you already do, at scale, without adding hours. You already read the room. You already adapt tone. You already sense what's needed before it's said. Those aren't soft skills. They're client retention mechanics. And they're monetizable. Most mothers assume economic value requires new labor, new learning, new schedules. That's the trap. The part-using economy works differently. It isolates what you're already excellent at and builds income around it. You don't need more skills. You need a different frame. Consider the mother who moderates conflict at the dinner table. She's tracking emotion, managing escalation, resolving without force. That's the same skill set used in client success management, community moderation, support team leadership. But she's doing it for free because it's labeled parenting. The part-using economy strips that label and asks a better question. What economic function is this performing? And who else needs it? You don't build a new identity. You itemize the one you have and route it toward income. Here's the pattern most mothers miss. They think monetization starts with a product, a course, a service offering. It doesn't. It starts with inventory. What are you already doing that someone else would pay to not have to do? That's the entry point. You've been trained to see motherhood as consumption. Time spent, energy drained, economic loss. But consumption and production use the same actions. The difference is attribution. And invoicing. When you organize a schedule, that's project management. When you negotiate with a toddler, that's stakeholder alignment. When you create systems so the house doesn't fall apart, that's operational design. The part-using economy doesn't care what you call it. It cares what it does and whether someone else needs it done. So the $5,000 month isn't built on reinvention. It's built on recognition and routing. You recognize the economic function. You route it toward a paying structure. You repeat. That's it. Let's break the routing. Most mothers stop at recognition. They see the skill, but they don't see the client because they're looking in the wrong economy. They're looking at jobs, employers, applications, interviews. That's the legacy model. That's not part-using. The part-using economy lives in micro-clients, recurring needs, modular solutions, digital infrastructure. You don't get hired, you get retained. Consider the mother who writes clear emails under pressure. She's contextualizing, clarifying, de-escalating, fast. That's the same skill used in customer support, email management, executive assistance, but she's doing it in the school parent group, for free, with no system to capture value. The part-using model changes that. It asks, where is this skill being purchased? Right now. And the answer is everywhere. Virtual assistant platforms, email triage services, community management roles, support ticket systems. These aren't full-time jobs. They're modular income streams, built on skills you already have. You don't apply, you position. You don't wait for approval. You create recurring access. That's the shift. Here's what most mothers assume. That monetization requires visibility, a brand, a following, an audience. It doesn't. The part-using economy is built on function, not fame. You don't need 10,000 followers. You need 3 retained clients, paying monthly, for something you already know how to do. That's $5,000. That's the model. And it starts with one question. What do I do every day that I've stopped noticing? Because it's automatic. That's your inventory. Now let's talk structure. Because recognition without structure is just awareness. It doesn't route to income. Structure in the part-using economy means 3 things. Delivery format, pricing model, Client access point. Delivery format is how you package the skill. Is it async? Is it live? Is it templated? Is it custom? Pricing model, how you charge. Hourly, retainer, per task, subscription. Client access point is where they find you. Platform, referral, direct inquiry, listing. You need all three. Or you're just doing free labor. Again, most mothers skip structure. They think, I'll help someone, and then figure out the rest. That's not par choosing. That's giving away your time, with extra steps. The par choosing economy is ruthlessly structured. You define the scope, you define the price, you define the access, or someone else will. And it won't be in your favor. Let's take a real example. A mother who manages recurring grocery orders, meal plans, budget tracking, substitution logic. She's doing inventory management, predictive purchasing, cost optimization, logistics coordination. That's the same work done by procurement assistants, supply chain coordinators, operations analysts. But she's doing it for one household, with no recognition and no income routing. The par choosing model changes the question. How many households need this and can't do it themselves? The answer is thousands. So she builds a service. Weekly meal planning, grocery list generation, budget reconciliation, delivered via Notion template. She charges $30 a week. She serves 40 clients. That's $1,200 a week. Over $5,000 a month. Same skill, different routing. That's the par choosing economy. Now let's address the common block. Most mothers say, but I don't have time to build a business. Correct, you don't. That's not what this is. The par choosing economy doesn't require business infrastructure. It requires service infrastructure. You're not building a company. You're building a recurring access point to something you already do. That's the distinction. You don't need a website. You need a booking link. You don't need a brand. You need a clear offer. You don't need a marketing funnel. You need 3 clients who refer you. Most mothers overcomplicate because they've been taught to think like entrepreneurs when they should be thinking like service providers. Entrepreneurs build scale. Service providers build retention. You don't need 1,000 clients. You need 10 paying you every month for something you're already good at. That's the model. Here's the other block. Most mothers assume they're not qualified because they don't have a degree or certification or formal training. The par choosing economy doesn't care. It cares about outcomes. Can you solve the problem? Can you deliver the result? Can you do it consistently? That's the only credential that matters. You've been trained to see expertise as external validation. It's not. It's internal competence, proven through repetition. If you've done something 100 times, you're qualified, whether someone gave you a certificate or not. The market doesn't ask for your resume. It asks, can you help me, and how much? That's it. So the mother who organizes playdates, she's doing event coordination, scheduling, relationship management, conflict resolution. That's the same work done by executive assistants, personal concierges, lifestyle managers. But she's doing it socially, with no structure and no pricing. The par choosing model gives her both. She offers local coordination services for busy parents. $150 a month, retainer basis. She manages 35 families. That's $5,250 a month, using skills she already has. Same labor, different economic frame. That's what par choosing means. Let's talk about the psychological resistance. Because most mothers feel this, even when the logic is clear. They feel like they're abandoning something if they start charging for what they used to give freely. That's not abandonment. That's economic recalibration. You're not withholding care. You're routing competence toward people who value it and compensating yourself. That's not selfish. That's structural. The par choosing economy doesn't ask you to stop caregiving. It asks you to stop underpricing your intelligence, because every time you solve a problem for free, you're training the market to expect your labor without compensation. And that's not sustainable. So the recalibration isn't about doing less, it's about recognizing more and invoicing accordingly. You're already working, you're already skilled, you're already solving problems. The only thing missing is the economic routing. That's what this model provides. Here's the final observation. The par-choosing economy doesn't require you to become someone new. It requires you to see yourself clearly and act accordingly. You don't need transformation. You need translation from domestic function to economic structure, and that translation happens in 3 steps. Inventory your skills, identify the client need, build the access point. That's it. That's the model. Most mothers wait for permission, or validation, or confidence, or certainty. The par-choosing economy doesn't wait. It starts with one offer to one client for one recurring need, and it builds from there. $5,000 a month isn't a fantasy. It's 10 clients paying $500 each, or 50 clients paying $100 each, or 200 clients paying $25 each. The math is simple, the routing is learnable, the infrastructure is minimal. The only variable is whether you start. So if you're still watching, you already have the skills, you already have the time, you already have the function. The only thing you're missing is the structure, and that's fixable. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or professional advice. Outcomes vary based on individual effort, market conditions, and execution. Always perform your own research before making financial decisions.